Hello and welcome to another episode of Current Affairs MCQ. Let's begin with previous day question. Consider the following statements. After the 2013 taper tantrum, India focused on strengthening economic stability, helping it handle global challenges in recent years. In India, where food is a major expense, climate shocks can raise inflation for long periods and policy responses may slow down growth. Sustained geopolitical tensions can also pose serious challenges with disruption in supply chains and capital flows. How many of the statements given above is or are not correct? Only one, only two, all three, none. The correct answer is option D. After suffering during the taper tantrum episode of 2013, policymakers in India focused on strengthening macroeconomic stability, which has helped India deal with global spillovers in recent years. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The 2013 taper tantrum was a period of financial market turbulence that occurred when the Federal Reserve announced its intention to reduce its bond buying program, also known as quantitative easing. In the Indian context, where food is a relatively big component of the consumption basket, climate shocks can push up headline inflation rates for extended periods and policy response can lead to significant growth sacrifice. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Sustained geopolitical tensions can also pose serious challenges with disruption in supply chains and capital flows. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Let's begin with today's episode. Consider the following statements. India is one of the largest e-waste producers in South Asia, generating 1.6 million tons from electronics with over half remaining unprocessed. The E-Waste Management Rules 2016 introduced the concept of extended producer responsibility, mandating producers to take back end-of-life products in return for EPRs. The E-Waste Management Rules 2022 made it mandatory for every manufacturer, refurbisher and recycler to register on an online portal developed by the Central Pollution Control Board. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none. The correct answer is option C. India is a leading e-waste producer in South Asia, generating 1.6 million tons of discarded electronics with 67% unprocessed, allowing toxic substances to leach into the soil and posing serious health and environmental risk. Hence, statement 1 is correct. In 2016, the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change attempted to address the problem by introducing more structured e-waste management rules to 2016, which both extended the range of products that would come under the rules, set out the roles and duties of dismantlers, manufacturers and recyclers, and introduced the concept of extended producer responsibility, mandating producers to take back end-of-life products in return for EPRs. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Although these rules saw the amount of e-waste collected and processed rise steadily, the proportion remained minuscule in the absence of any penal provisions for violation. The E-Waste Management Rules 2022 widened the ambit of products under the law and made it mandatory for every manufacturer, refurbisher and recycler to register on an online portal developed by the Central Pollution Control Board. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Next question. Regarding goods and services tax, consider the following statements. The switch from value-added tax to goods and services tax changed the tax system from destination-based to source-based for states. In the old system, the exporting state taxed interstate transactions, but now the revenue goes to the destination state. GST is the tax on interstate transactions collected by the union government, while the exporting state receives no revenue but gets a full input tax credit. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none. The correct answer is option B. The change in the tax regime from the earlier value-added tax to the goods and services tax marked a transition from a source-based tax to a destination-based tax for states. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. In the previous regime, interstate transactions were taxed by the exporting state, whereas now the revenues accrue to the destination state. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Integrated goods and services tax is the tax levied on interstate transactions. The tax is collected by the union government with a full input tax credit made available to the exporting state. This would mean that the exporting state does not get any revenue from this transaction. Hence, statement 3 is correct. On the other hand, in the importing state, The importer can claim input tax credit against local sales, thus transferring the revenue to the importing state. The settlement of claims from IGST for individual states is sorted out through the IGST settlement mechanism, hence option B is the correct answer. Next question. Regarding the Bay of Bengal initiative for multi-sectoral technical and economic cooperation, consider the following statement. First, the BIMSTEC is a regional multilateral organization whose members lie in the littoral and adjacent areas of the Bay of Bengal, constituting a contiguous regional unity. BIMSTEC not only connects South and Southeast Asia but also the ecologies of the Great Himalayas and the Bay of Bengal. It was established in 1997 through the Balfour Declaration, initially consisting of 4 members, Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka and Thailand, known as BISTEC. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none. The correct answer is option B. The BIMSTEC is a regional multilateral organization whose members lie in the littoral and adjacent areas of the Bay of Bengal, constituting a contiguous regional unity. Hence, statement 1 is correct. BIMSTEC not only connects South and Southeast Asia but also the ecologies of the Great Himalayas and the Bay of Bengal. Hence, statement 2 is correct. This sub-regional organization was established in 1997 through the Bangkok Declaration, initially consisting of 4 members, Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka and Thailand, known as BISTEC. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Balfour Declaration is a statement made on 2nd November 1917 of British support for the establishment in Palestine of a national home for Jewish people. Option B is the correct answer. Next question. Global Gender Gap Index is released by which of the following? World Economic Forum, World Bank, World Health Organization or none of the above? The correct answer is option A. Recently, the World Economic Forum released the 18th edition of its annual Global Gender Gap Report 2024, comprehensively benchmarking gender parity across 146 economies worldwide. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Next question. Consider the following statements about Kumki elephants. These are trained captive Asian elephants. They can capture, rescue, treat injured wild elephants and drive them away from human settlements. Tamil Nadu has transferred 62 Kumki elephants recently to other states. Which of the statements given above are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option A. Kumki is a term used in India to refer to trained captive Asian elephants, hence statement 1 is correct. They can capture, rescue and treat injured wild elephants as well as to drive them away from human settlements, hence statement 2 is correct. Some are trained to follow commands and aid in training other elephants. They participate in forest patrolling to support conservation initiatives. Recently, Karnataka has transferred 62 Kumki elephants to Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra and other states. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Next question. Consider the following statements regarding various international groupings advocating for United Nations Security Council reforms. The L69 group advocates for a rotational permanent membership system for developing nations. The C10 group, based on the Isulvini Consensus, demands that Africa be given 2 permanent UNSC seats with veto power. The G4 countries aim to secure permanent UNSC membership for themselves but do not support veto power reforms. Which of the above statements are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 only, 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option B. The L69 group advocates for expanding both permanent and non-permanent membership in the UNSC, but it does not specifically push for a rotational permanent membership system. Instead, the C10 group advocating the Isulvini Consensus demands 2 permanent UNSC seats for Africa with veto power and 5 non-permanent seats. This reflects Africa's demand for greater representation in global decision-making, hence statement 2 is correct. The G4 countries, Brazil, Germany, India and Japan, do support reforms related to veto power alongside seeking permanent membership. They advocate for a more equitable UNSC with reforms to both membership and use of the veto. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Next question. Consider the following statements about Globe Network. The Globe Network was established under a G20 initiative during the UN General Assembly Special Session Against Corruption in 2021. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime acts as the Secretariat for the Globe Network. The Ministry of External Affairs is the central authority in India for coordinating the Globe Network. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option A. The Globe Network was established in 2021 during the UN General Assembly Special Session Against Corruption, and it was initiated under a G20 initiative with strong support from India since 2020. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Climate serves as the Secretariat for the Globe Network, providing essential support and governance to its members. Hence, statement 2 is correct. In India, the Ministry of Home Affairs, not the Ministry of External Affairs, is the central authority responsible for coordinating the Globe Network. The CBI and Enforcement Directorate are the member authorities. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Next question. Consider the following statements related to the Central Bureau of Investigation. It is a constitutional body. Its establishment was recommended by the Vohra Committee. If the general consent is revoked, the CBI must obtain specific consent from the concerned state government for each investigation. How many of the above statements is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, none. The correct answer is option A. The CBI was established through a resolution from the Ministry of Home Affairs and was subsequently transferred to the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, where it currently operates as an attached office. It is neither a constitutional nor a statutory body. It derives its power under the Delhi Special Police Establishment Act 1946. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. Its establishment was recommended by the Santhanam Committee on the Prevention of Corruption. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. The CBI operates under general and specific types of consent for conducting investigations. When a state grants general consent under Section 6 of the Act, the CBI does not need to seek fresh approval each time it enters the state for an investigation. However, if the general consent is revoked, the CBI must obtain specific consent from the concerned state government for each investigation. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Without specific consent, CBI officials lack the powers of police personnel while operating in that state. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Next question. Consider the following characteristics. He founded the Naujawan Bharat Sabha. He was involved in the assassination of police officer J.P. Saunders. He authored the book Why I Am an Atheist. Which of the following personalities is being described by the characteristics above? Lala Lajpat Rai, Rajguru, Bhagat Singh, Subhash Chandra Bose. The correct answer is option C. Bhagat Singh was born on 20th September 1907 in Banga, Punjab, British India, now in Pakistan. Witnessed the Jallianwala Bagh massacre at the age of 12, which instilled a deep sense of patriotism and a vow to fight for India's freedom. Naujawan Bharat Sabha was founded by Bhagat Singh in 1926, aimed at mobilizing youth for the freedom struggle. Involved in the assassination of police officer J.P. Saunders in 1928 Lahore conspiracy case as retaliation for Lala Lajpat Rai's death due to police brutality. Threw a bomb in the Central Legislative Assembly on 18th April 1929 with B.K. Dutt to protest against repressive British laws. Authored significant works including Why I Am an Atheist, The Jail Notebook and other writings, and several political manifestos advocating for socialism and revolution. In his early work, Vishwa Prem, Universal Love, Singh proclaimed the importance of equality. He envisioned a world free of hunger and war where humanity transcends boundaries of race and nationality. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Next question. Consider the following statements. The G in 2G, 3G and so on represents a generation of evolution in mobile network technology. 5G has higher latency and speed than 4G. Which of the statements given above is or are not correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option B. Mobile communication technologies. The G in 1G, 2G, 3G and so on stands for generation in mobile technology. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Each generation of wireless network technology is supposed to be faster, more secure and more reliable than the previous generation. For example, 5G is the fastest generation of cell phone network technology with a latency of about 30 milliseconds from a phone request to a server response. Latency is the delay between the time information is sent and received, and 5G is designed to have much lower latency and higher speed than 4G. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Now, it's time for the practice question. Consider the following statements regarding Africa. The Congo River Basin is the second largest river basin in the world after the Amazon. Masai Mara National Reserve is located in Nigeria. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. Send us the answer in the comment section. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.